Who knew that? Like, how
They
old
wouldn't
is that
last forever.
computer? They
He said
should.
like 13.
These old Macs are battle tanks. If they
Yeah,
should,
they are.
they are. They should last
They
forever.
are.
How's it going? Welcome to the House of So, and I hope. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
I
Oh,
told you.
they should last forever. They should last forever. How's it going? Welcome to the House of Sewing. And after all these years, I am nothing but technical difficulties. I want to say hello to everybody who was early. Great to see you. Great to see everybody.
I
Tammy,
know.
hello,
These
hello.
chats are rolling.
Mona, twin, how are you doing
Hi.
this evening?
We're having a great
Yay.
day. Yeah. I got to
Hello,
come home,
Rita.
take a nap. We're good. Let's do
Yay.
this.
And pronaps. Hello, Choice. Hello, Kilroy. Hello again, Rita. Katie, hello, hello, Alibaba. Great to see you. Great
Love
to
it.
see you,
Yes.
Terry. Hello, hello. Butterfly, great to see you. Yay, Melania. Hello,
Hello.
hello. Who's put a Seam Ripper song in the chat? I was Seam Ripping. Oh, I have to take a break whenever I bust out the Seam Ripper. I have to take a break because I've reached that point of like, where I'm just like shaking while I'm doing it because I'm so mad.
Yeah. Oh, I know. That one, yes. And usually it's the longest seam ever sometimes.
So, there are nothing but fires around my house. There's nothing close. They're evacuating neighborhoods around my neighborhood, but it's nothing really close. But it's serious. It is serious. I have to say though, as someone who's extremely jaded, we went through this last year.
Okay.
And we went through this the year before. And 3 years ago, the fires were so close to my house that they were dropping that pink stuff on the neighborhood.
Oh, the fire. Yeah.
So it's serious, but we will endure.
Hi, Butterfly. How are you? Well, do you have a sprinkler system?
Yeah,
Would
and
that
I
help?
have a pressure washer that's cleaned, plugged in, gas is ready to go.
Like you could just,
Hey,
yeah.
hello, Sydney. Great to see you. If I missed anybody, I am so sorry.
Hi, Joyce.
Yay!
Hi, Annette.
Great to see you,
Yes.
Annette. Yay!
I'm trying to see if there's anyone else. I think you got everyone.
In a weird way, I'm prepared because this happens every
Terry.
year. But the sad thing is, it is getting closer and closer to my house every year. I will say that.
And it starts off as a brush fire?
Always.
Okay. Kilroy says get ready to eject to Las Vegas if you need to.
Yay. I went to my job yesterday. They called me. They called me a bit early, and I was like, "You're calling me in just to go there and stand around and stand in the wind?" And you know what? As someone who's semi-cynical, that's exactly what we did. Tree branches were falling. We'd grab them and drag them off. But there's really nothing that we could do except for it was like Lieutenant Dan. I was trying to tell him like this is our Lieutenant Dan moment. We're just gonna stand in the wind and scream at the sky because there's nothing that we can do. There's nothing that last night we had like 80 to 100-mile-an-hour winds. I was driving my truck. When I'm saying this, my truck it putts. It putts. And I was going super slow. It's a heavy truck. I could feel the wind was shifting my car back and forth like this. Oh yeah. So it's crazy right now, but as long as the wind dies down, we'll be okay.
Yeah.
And I know how scary that is. Went through a similar issue in a big fire when I lived in the town of Rye, Arizona, where the population is like 20. And I think like it really didn't dawn on me today until I took my son into the valley because he's like, I want Chinese food. And I'm like, then you shall have Chinese food because I wanted to.
Of course. Both of you
But when I
watching.
got on the, I am just, oh, hey, hello. Great to see you, Annette. Welcome. You are very welcome here. It really didn't dawn on me until I was driving home on the freeway, and my son's like, are the hills on fire? And you could literally see spots on the hills where they're on fire. Hello, Tammy. Hello.
Hi, Tammy.
I
That
get
just
to
made me sound of the musical. The hills are alive.
And yay, great to
Yeah.
see you, Sydney. Great to see you.
I am so excited all these people are around.
So
Keep
the
chatting,
fire,
people.
it really, it's close, but it's not like evacuation close yet.
Okay.
I think more than anything else, the wind is crazy. We get 20 to 30-mile-an-hour winds. Excuse me, 40 if nature's feeling froggy. But last night it was unreal. We were
These
picking up
hurricane force winds, I just can't imagine.
bricks at my job, and they were just going woof off into the night. This is because when you call me in early, I'm like, okay, we're gonna start doing science because I'm bored. Let's see how windy it is. And it was crazy. I can't remember the last time I was outside with something that windy. It was windy here. Sometimes it was a strong enough wind to pick up a wrought iron table. See, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Oh. And to a West Coaster, like where I live, it is traditionally windy. So when the winds died down, we were like, "Oh, the world is coming to an end. The end is nigh." But so I kind of liked the wind. And even right now, I was geeking out with my son when he came home from MMA. He's like, "Why are you standing in the front lawn?" And I'm like, "Go put your glasses on and look up. You can see every star in the sky because the wind is washing the air in a way." So that's the one thing about the wind. It's very windy here today too. It was a blizzard all day with regular whiteouts. Wow. I took video during that fire. The smoke was like the sky was yellow and hard to breathe. I have a picture. There was a fire in Oregon. This happens every year. So this was a couple years ago. I was standing at the front of my house. It was like 11 o'clock. It was 11 o'clock in the morning, and the sky was completely blacked out from smoke from Oregon.
We've had fires up in Virginia that came all the way down into North Carolina, and it smells horrible, and it just yellows out everything. It looks so freaky.
In 2007, we had a fire that burned down half the ranch, and that was traumatizing. I think it's because it's the aftermath. I spent an entire year chopping down burnt trees, just discovering everything that had burnt. So it is traumatizing. I saw 100-mile winds in some of the areas there. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. I haven't seen stars in years. It's weird to me.
Jerry, get out of the city.
I'm on the outskirts, but with my glasses on, I can see everything. It's like HD.
What? I'm glad that you wear glasses when you're not on stream.
And for anyone wondering, we are going to get to the no-buy, and I am going to make pants this evening. And there's Zoot Suit because I don't know why I cut them so big, but we're here. We're here. So I'm going to just sew them and see what happens. My poor dogs, they wanted to go outside to open the door, and it was so strong and knocked me down. Dogs all ran away and hid under the bed. Yeah, it's unreal. Our schools are closed tomorrow, but not sure why. The weather seems fine to me. They do that
going on in Ohio.
They do that if there's like a severe weather thing. You know what's so funny? I'll never forget when I was in elementary school, it snowed. We were in school. But it's different on the West Coast because it snows every 20 years in my town. But they were like, "Oh, they're kids. They'll figure it out."
No. Half the people can't drive in snow that are over there.
Do you know I discovered that when I lived in Portland, Oregon? There's very famous footage of people do not realize that they can't drive on ice. And so they'll get to the top of the hill and they're like, Oh, I
And
made it to the hill. And they're like, oh, as they
and they're and you just see their car sliding back, going back and forth
or the
because they
guy,
can't keep straight.
or the people doing complete figure eights, and you just look at them. You're like, how did you get here? How did you get here?
How did somebody give you a license?
I think about that every day. So if anyone's wondering if my lighting's different, I also don't have all my lights on because the power is fluctuating. And as I was driving down to take my son to MMA, half of my town is in darkness. And I'm just glad I live near the hub. You know what I'm saying? Like I live like it's on the other side of my house. So we still have power because I'm on the same grid as the main hub of this side of town.
That's positive.
That is the only reason I have power right now. Probably ice.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. There's gonna be ice on the roads.
Thank you so much, Rita. They're threatening snow in North Dallas, where my daughter is.
Mm-hmm.
It's just crazy weather we're having.
I know the whole like every place in North Carolina will be without bread and milk by Friday afternoon because we have a threatening of snowstorm coming, and it'll be gone by Sunday. But all the bread, all the milk, the eggs, everything will be gone out of the stores. Do they do that in California?
We're gonna find out tomorrow because I don't know why I keep on forgetting sugar. So we're gonna find out collectively together.
You need sugar. Oh, take us along.
I stood all across a small bridge on black ice. Good thing the car was coming to me, saw what was happening. You know, when I lived in Arizona, part of the driving test is about black ice because even though it's so hot there, it also gets freezing cold. How does someone get a license? They might pass the eye test. The rest gets assumed. It's the same here. They will give anyone a license where I live. Hey, skits, hello. Rah, rah, I'm okay. I need to catch up with the chat. We're supposed to get more snow. They shut schools down super quick. Now, this is so true. They do. They used to let the weather get worse, but this is so true.
Well, it's because of all these high school students that drive now. And they don't have the experience. And there's been so many accidents and fatalities in North Carolina that they'll close them.
Oh, this is awesome. I did 2 years of ice racing with the Scouts. We had a chunker with bald tires. Oh, that sounds like so much fun. I'm safe-ish. There's fires all around me, but they're not too close to my house. Like I said, ice is no fun at all, Mona. I didn't realize how serious it was until I went to go get Chinese food today. I turned the corner because I live in Southern California. There are valleys and mountains everywhere that separate everything. I turned the corner on the freeway and you can see smoke. And we counted 4 fires on the horizon. 4 different, and they were like, one's way over here, one's over here, and you could clearly see where the fires are.
Yeah.
We got more snow today. Alabama has schools shut down Friday already. Crazy. Sugar,
Yeah, the South is supposed to get a snowstorm. You're right.
If you saw how much sugar I drank, you'd think I need professional help. Twice if you need. I drink so much sugar. I used to live in a living blizzard when I smoked. I just exactly, and that I thought I was being slick because when all of this started, I went to the store and I'm like, oh, I'm ready. And then this morning I was like, oh, I forgot sugar. What is wrong with me? Yay, love, yay. So a blizzard is coming. My workplace didn't shut down early enough for one weather event. They needed. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I found my Valentine's fabric. It was hiding with all the Western cowboy fabric. That is such a good segue. I know we're talking about fires, but in my nervousness, look how organized that is.
It's like we should have angelical music playing.
Oh, whoops. I folded everything. I folded everything. That was just a big hodgepodge of fabric. And now I know that I have a problem.
We all have problems. We all have fabric problems. It's
But
just
if
some people
collecting,
have bigger fabric problems than others.
but if collecting fabric is, if it's wrong, then I don't want to be right.
No, you're good.
Yay! Hello, hello, shalom.
Yes, hi, shalom.
I am way behind. I'm all over the place today. Today has been a crazy day. So would you order at the Chinese restaurant? I'm a standard American. I'm addicted to orange chicken. I'm addicted to it. I'm addicted to orange chicken. Whatever I've got to the point where I've purchased the glaze and made it at my own house. I'm obsessed with orange chicken. And I eat a lot of rice, but I always have my entire life. There's evacuation warnings near, like, I live I live at the bottom of the hill with all the plebs. And so we're actually protected by all the mansions. So all the mansions and everything are getting evacuated because they live on the hills, and and like they have big sprawling properties, but it's right in the canyon. And so us middle Americans, average Americans, we don't have to evacuate because I'm literally surrounded by mansions. In the hills in every direction, I can see just big sprawling houses. Yay. And so in a really weird way, I'm protected by all that. Yay. Can you play the Hallelujah song on YouTube without getting in trouble?
No.
That's a really good question. I have a second channel where I post things just to see if it gets a strike or not. I do.
Wow.
I've learned a lot. I haven't said this in a while. Thank you, Shalom. I haven't said this in a long time, but YouTube almost took my channel down over Faith No More. Because I played the end part of the video where he's shooting lightnings, this what is it? And he's shooting lightning out of his hands. And I was like all dramatic in my video. And they almost took my channel down. And I panicked. This was years ago. So I check everything. Michael Jordan has been telling you to get over here. And what's today? Today's the 8th.
It is.
Mark me safe from not buying a sewing machine or anything.
I need to get a chart over here that says William. It's coming. It's coming, y'all.
Crispy ginger beef.
Oh, I love ginger.
Orange chicken in your house growing up. Mom would order chow mein and egg foo young. Imagine being a kid in our house. Oh man, when you couldn't keep my family on the farm when we discovered orange chicken, I'll never forget. My brother was trying to give me and my siblings class, and he took us to this extremely fancy Chinese restaurant. And the guy looked at me, he's like, "What do you want?" And I was like, "I want orange chicken." And then he kind of looked at me, he's like, "Orange chicken?" I said, "Please, may I please have orange chicken?" He said, "I got you." He came back and it was cooked chicken in an orange peel. It was a fancy restaurant. He had no idea what he had never heard. This was the 90s, and this is right when orange chicken was taken off here. And it's so sad. I don't know who needs to hear this, but I'm terrible at ordering at restaurants. And so I order my horizons are huge now because I'm old and I've expanded my horizons. But I have a certain things I order at restaurants because I know I'm not going to be disappointed.
Mm-hmm.
I've never been disappointed with chicken fried steak in my life, ever. If I go somewhere and I see on the menu, I'm like, yes, with some gravy. You can't keep me on the farm. We would get Chinese food. in the can. Can't remember the name. Wow. We had lemon chicken instead of orange chicken. I think
Lemon chicken's good.
I grew up in a house where people cooked it, and so I wouldn't go to a restaurant and necessarily order it.
Mm.
We used to eat the chow mein or something. I I I think I've switched to rice because I ate chow mein for like, I don't know, 15 years. Something crazy. Something crazy. In Canada, we got influenced by Yan. Oh, walk with
Yeah.
Yan. We have Do you have City Walk where you live?
No.
Oh. Bougie orange chicken. It was. It was. It was. But you know what? My brother was trying to class us up, really, because this was a restaurant back in the day where you had to like have a tie or a bow tie on. It's still
I
in my
just want the
town.
orange chicken.
They still exist. They're still around.
Mm.
COVID. You know the funny thing is, I go there all the time now because ever since the plague, they lowered their prices, but it's still the same quality food. It's still, it's still,
Everyone raised their prices, but they
it's,
lowered.
and they're smart because they've survived.
Yeah.
They've been in the same spot as long as I can remember, and everything has been. All the buildings are brand new, and then there's just really old school building just sitting there because they have good food. Stephen Yan is the best. I have his cookbook.
Mm.
Lo Chow Mein makes Chinese foods. American. Oh, I've always been a lo mein addict. If Yan can cook, so can you. Okay, I know. Okay, I know who Yan is now. We took so long time. We took so long to get friends to a high-end authentic Asian restaurant, ordered sushi strip rice with seaweed. Friend's husband talked him into a dip of wasabi.
Cleans you out. Ooh.
I as somebody who eats jalapenos, I have no opinion on that. Because there's sometimes someone will be like, "Can I get a bite of that?" And I'm like, "At your own risk." You can literally see the jalapenos and peppers popping out. But I was raised on
Wasabi's
this
good.
stuff. Sorry, what was
I
that?
like wasabi. I like horseradish. It's amazing.
I'm obsessed with horseradish.
Mm-hmm.
But my son learned I had horseradish mayo, and he learned he's like, you should label that stuff because he like made a huge sandwich with it and everything.
Mm. It's on the list of things to add to the garden eventually.
I'm obsessed with all that, but I grew up eating a lot of that stuff. Like, and they
Mm-hmm.
always say, "Oh, get them young." Like, I don't have an aversion to fish. I don't have an aversion to any of that because I've been eating it my whole life. Sushi, all of that. Martin Yan is my favorite TV chef. What is a lettuce knot?
I don't know.
Oh, I feel like I need Ed McMahon for that one. It's a wing American, not single American. The commercial. I saw him live at my local Bel Air as a kid.
Oh, in your soup. I bet it was good.
I love horseradish, but I put it in my soup tonight. I'm obsessed with sushi. I love horseradish and cheese sandwich. Absolutely. That's See, Mona and I are very much alike. That's literally what I make when I'm like
I
3
have never
a.m. I'm
thought
like
of that.
walking around just eating a cheese sandwich.
Like grilled cheese or just cheese?
Oh, it's okay. Not everybody is okay with heat, Tammy. Either
Mm-hmm.
way, I'm
Okay.
not a snob. Depends on how determined I am. What
If
time
I'm
of the
gonna have
evening.
cheese, it has to be grilled.
That was actually one of the first things I taught my son how to cook, and I'll never forget. We cooked on the grill, and he looked at me and he's like, "These are amazing." I was like, "Welcome to the world of grilled cheese, son. Welcome to the world." Then you would really like, because I crossed a ghost pepper with a habanero plant. I dry it Oh,
Oh,
wow.
yes. I would do this.
Martin Yan is the new Yan. Steve Yan is the old Vancouver chef. He's great. I have a chili pepper in my backyard. I still haven't figured out where it's from. Somebody told me the name of it, but I don't know. I think they were just saying that to get. I don't even want to say on stream what they named it. It's just hot.
Mm. I like the Scotch bonnets. I've grown them before and dried them and um, pulverized them into like a powder. Those are hot.
I had no idea the Chinese food was going to go over. I'm going to destroy the rest of it after this stream.
Now that you're hungry for it again.
Absolutely.
Oh, prime rib. Yes.
I know people are going to judge me for this. Oh, I don't eat a lot of steak because I grew up in a house where we ate it every other day. I know people trash me for that. And then I worked at a steakhouse when I was like in my 20s, young, struggling young man. I do eat a lot of chicken. Judge me. Judge me.
I mean, I'm the one who makes it.
I do eat a lot of chicken. Judge me.
You can cook chicken a lot of different ways.
A million different ways. I'll show you how to reinvent the chicken. Especially, are you kidding me with Google? I get bored and I'm like, let's see how they do it in this country. Are you kidding me? I go around the world and I have all kinds of spices. I heard Scotch bonnet peppers are the hottest. What color is that, William? Red or black? What was I? Oh, I am so sorry, Rita. I'm not a meat eater either. It's every once in a great while. You are what you eat. My washer and dryer is out here, and so my son, because he's learned well, he was separating his clothes because he's learned well.
Oh,
I'm actually proud of him.
good job, son. Amazing.
Pepper X is the hottest in Carolina Reaper. I refuse to go near the Carolina Reaper or any of those. I like to eat my food. A long time ago when I lived in Arizona, I went to this wing place and I was with a bunch of my friends and they were a bunch of tough guys. And the waitress walks up to me and she's like, what number would you like your wings? And I look around, I'm like, I want a 7. I literally could not feel my lips after eating the
like 2 of them.
That's not enjoyable to me. Like I want to eat my food. I don't want
You
to
don't want to be sweating, feeling your heartbeat through your neck.
And so I learned a lesson as a kid. Like, there's a difference between like that. To me, that's show food. People like when people do it on TV to see how long they can endure. That's cool. I'm not that kind of person.
Are you a ranch or blue cheese person with your wings?
Either one.
Okay.
Either one. In no way, shape, or form.
Blue cheese.
No, I'm craving blue cheese. Oh, Rita, I am so sorry. I missed your comment, the red or black thing. I am so sorry. Habanero is about as far as I'll go. Fresh only. Pippin is a great chef. No, not enjoyable. See, that's what I'm saying. Because I eat jalapenos, okay? My son thinks they're the worst things on earth. I tell him all the time, don't try to impress me. Tell those people I want no jalapenos on my food. or just, I'll eat them on the side or, like I'm not one of those people. Like I grew up eating spicy food. I don't expect everyone to be like that. It does. It definitely does. I love the level of heat where it makes my face vibrate. I couldn't do it. Let me go get where are my pants? Where did I put? Oh, that's right. It's so clean in here. I have so much room. It is unreal what happens when you organize.
You got up and you didn't have to move things.
It's weird to be this organized. I think it's a weird vibe for me tonight because I don't have all the lights on. But again, the power is fluctuating. This is a luxury right now. Me being able to sit here and talk to you guys is a major luxury because half of my neighborhood is completely in the dark right now. They're just on their phones mad. Oh. The heat of peppers can be neutralized with fresh mint. Do you know, for some reason, that stuff grows wild all around my house.
I have a bucket of mint. Well, when it's not winter.
Trinidad scorpion. Oh, I love jalapeno. I'm obsessed with jalapenos. I want no harm to come to me with hot peppers. Whoops. Oh, there we go. I suffer the next day for my love of spicy. See, that's what I'm saying.
Sorry to hear about that. Yeah.
I laugh when I watch the videos of people wiping their faces after. Oh, can't do spicy food anymore. It depends on the situation for me, Joyce. It depends. I have dry mouth, so I can't eat anything spicy. I still eat. I make the mistake though. Like when I go to Vegas, I eat a lot of Thai food because they have Thai. It reminds me of what LA used to be. But I made the mistake. Lady was like, on a scale of 1 to 10, how spicy do you want your food? I was like, give me a 6. And like, it wasn't initially spicy, but then I started feeling it in my bloodstream, and I'm like, oh, I forgot about this.
Yeah. They put that pepper oil in there, and they just kept adding.
Man, when that stuff gets in your bloodstream, like I felt it. I was like, oh gosh, no more. I can't do number 7.
I'd be like, can I have a 2? And then can you put some stuff on the side? I'll adjust as I need.
I can't do that. I put it in and it comes back every year. I think that's what happened, but it grows everywhere around here. It is so great. Eat something hot, put mint leaf, it takes off the heat. What about milk? Is that a myth?
No, milk's not a myth. It'll help, but it won't take it away as probably as fast as mint, it sounds like.
I love Thai food, but it's got to be mild. I'm obsessed with Thai food. It's a weird. When I was a kid, we used to have. This is back when food was like $3-4, but we had a Chinese food, Thai food restaurant. Even growing up, I grew up eating Filipino food because there was a Philippine restaurant. I'm obsessed with Filipino. There was this for years. I would go to the restaurant and just I would point, and be like, I want that beef thing with rice, please. So it's just different cultures, but I love certain types of food. Oh, now I'm craving chili pepper. Do you grow anything fancy like that? Do you grow any chilies or anything like that?
Yeah, every year I'll grow like Scotch bonnets and I grow jalapenos every year, like about 20 jalapeno plants because we like jalapenos around here. And yeah, I think, that's all I did last year. But I grow a lot of tomatoes and onions and garlic, potatoes, sweet potatoes, fruit. So, lettuce.
I am so curious to see if my potatoes come back. Hey, Judy. Hello.
Hi, Judy.
Yay.
Haven't seen you in a couple hours. How you doing?
My mint grows around here. It grows in aquaponics. I harvest about every 3 days.
Interesting.
Is that anything like a space bucket? I did that one year, and I learned about science.
No, I don't know. Off the top of my head. We talked about aquaponics one time, but I didn't look it up. Because you have the other one, hydro something.
I have all the pods and everything for aquaponics,
Yeah.
for hydroponics. Like I know how to grow all kinds of food and all kinds of crazy stuff. In
I told you I was going to come get it.
I have the full setup. Filipino food is amazing. But I think like if it's not, I'm a cheeseburger and waffles and pancakes kind of guy. So like anything that's off that scale, I'm like, oh, this is amazing. But like in other countries, they're like, we eat this every day, guy.
I love spring rolls from Vietnamese restaurants with their peanut butter sauce. That's really good. I like anything in a faux dish and a soup. Oh, that's so good.
That's so smart, Terry. That is so smart. I also make spicy oil. All that sounds so good. Been doing great. Worked on really stress. Awesome.
Can't wait to see it.
A space bucket is when you legally grow stuff that's legal in your state in a bucket, and you literally just put it in a seed, and it's a bunch of stuff, but you plant it, you leave it alone, and then you open it up 2 months later, and it's a space bucket. I'm going to start cutting and pressing fabric. Y'all, this is too entertaining.
Well, don't leave us.
You know what? I'm not here to teach people. Like I know how to do the whole moonshine setup, but I'm not here to teach people bad bad habits.
Not today. Maybe tomorrow.
I want to do that tomorrow. I want to make one dress. No space bucket is in water and fish. No chemicals for the water like hydroponics. These chemicals in the water. Oh my god, or pho. Oh, I'm obsessed with pho.
Yes. I love it.
I do aquaponics, study with a Hawaiian professor, and used to use waste mineral water from agriculture for the lettuce. Wasn't good for that use. I thought we've had this conversation before, but I thought what's it called? The non-burger burgers were the most amazing thing in the world. I thought we lived in the future. I ate them and I'm like, oh man, take me back to the past. Take me to the past. No, when I thought those plant burgers, I was like, oh my gosh. Post-scarcity society, we have made it. We can solve hunger. Man, let me tell you, I'm gonna eat my potatoes that I grew. I'll amaze you with a dish from my backyard.
What about black bean burgers?
That's different. Black beans are bomb. Black bean. I eat black beans on the regular.
I love making black bean burgers.
That's completely different. And I used to eat bean pies. I grew up eating sweet potato pie. I just don't like. Oh yes, thank you, Terry. They're Impossible Burgers. That sounds like what we did in the front garden of the police station. Soybean burgers, yes. You mean yes? I know. We went through this a few years ago, and my son was going through a phase. Oh, I'm so glad that was a phase. It made my house smell awful.
I went through that same phase with mine. I wonder if they went at the same time, both because our kids are the same age. I bet they did.
They probably did. I'm so glad that phase is over. I tried to watch more stuff that was yucky. I want a veggie, and that's another thing. I love a good veggie patty. I'll destroy some vegetarian food, but that stuff is. Ugh. Thank you so much for hanging out, Joyce.
Oh, I found some stuff in my freezer the other day, and I'm like, I'm throwing it away. I'm like, I can't believe I still have it. Through Olivia's phase.
That's like horrible. When I'm still in my chicken finger phase. Once every 5 years, I eat chicken fingers for about 4 or 5 months. And months ago, I purchased. It was fake chicken. I don't even know how to describe it. So, like, it was fake chicken, but it was in with the real chicken.
Mm-hmm.
They need a fake food aisle. They need an aisle that says, "Hey, this is plant-based." Oh, I'm not leaving, y'all. Just tell me if you want me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Will you send her the link?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah, because I'm gonna make these pants. You know, I am beside myself of how organized I am. I haven't been this organized since I started sewing in here.
There you go, Tammy. Oh, you want it on your email? Hold on. I sent it to you on text message. Hold on. I got you, girl.
Yay. Salmon. I eat a lot of fish. I eat a lot of fish. But to me, it's more of a health issue. Veg burger is cheeseless
Okay.
avocado.
Email has been sent. Ooh, she's threatening us. She says she'll be here in 5.
We had sloppy joes. Still good to me. I still eat sloppy joes.
I haven't had a sloppy joe in forever. I was
Oh,
probably like 2.
there are certain things where because my parents cooked a certain way, like my mom cooked with lard, like real actual lard. I still cook like that. I still make sloppy joes. And the funny thing is, because my son's all healthy, he'll be like, "What do you want for dinner?" I'm like, "I want sloppy joes." And he'll be like, "Yes," because he knows I have to make it because he's not eating it.
I cook everything with bacon fat. Like I'll cook like 2 pounds of bacon on the weekends and then save all of the grease. And as I'm cooking throughout the week, I use my bacon fat.
Oh, always
Mhm.
make me feel better. I eat chicken fingers like a 13-year-old. I do. With ranch. I have all kinds of different sauces in my house. Oh, yay. All those veggies, fish patties, not burgers. I'm an islander. Fish is like a part of my natural habit. Absolutely. Do they still sell that stuff, Judy? I wish I could still eat fish of any type of seafood. I'm highly allergic to any type of seafood. Do you know, Rita, what I eat? I eat a lot of like Alaskan polyp because I'm upset. I'm obsessed with fried food. I still eat fish fingers. I still eat fish patties.
Oh,
Crap
there's
me.
people in the world, Shalom. There are people. I don't know.
I love
Oh,
potatoes. Oh man.
girlfriend,
Do you know
Mona.
conversations like this are the reason why I'm in my kitchen making 5 things at once after these streams.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. I'm gonna go get some potatoes. I'm gonna fry them up, put cheese, bacon over them. Oh, I'm not going to bed tonight.
My grandmother requests them every time I get the ingredients. Oh, I miss my grandmother's cook. My grandmother, she was an amazing cook.
Mm. I loved it how my grandma, when she would come over and she would make homemade fudge and ice cream and brownies.
Oh.
She did that almost every time that she came from Washington State to see us. Oh, it was so great.
Never can figure out why they call them chicken fingers. All the chickens I know have no fingers. It's so true. Obsessed. Shalom. I am obsessed. But that, like, if you think about it, if you order imitation crab, it's Alaskan polyp. If you order any kind of mystery fish, at least where I live, it's Alaskan polyp.
Mm.
So it's a common fish. I tried all kinds of fish just to see if it was maybe bad fish. Nope. Oh wow. I am so sorry. Fried taters and salmon patties.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, who's gonna go cook for me now?
I know.
I'm ready.
I'm like thinking in my head, like, what do I have in my freezer? I just did go shopping, but I have to go back to the store because I forgot.
Allie, absolutely yes. I will eat poutine every day. In my lunch in New York, they had poutine every day for an option for lunch. It was so good, but we had cheese curds with ours too.
Yay!
Hi, Tammy.
Hey.
How's it going?
It's going. You see the hairs up, and yeah. I just got done pinning that quilt, that plaid quilt.
Mm-hmm.
So now I need to go
You
pressing
ready?
fabrics. Well, yeah, I'm ready to quilt it, but
Yeah,
I'm going to free motion. Yeah, I'm going to free motion instead of straight line because that way it'll hide some of the boo-boos.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, that's what I would do too.
Do you know what's really funny? In LA, we have the Polenta man. It's the guy who walks around with carts and he sells fried corn on a stick, and it's huge. And they'll put anything on it. They'll put anything on it. It's amazing.
I've had that once. Oh my gosh, it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. I had it once. It was at like craft fair or something. That's where I got it.
And depending on where you're from, people put spices and everything. I am an American, so I'm like, do you have a stick of butter? Can I get a stick of no? I want to live forever. Can I get a stick of butter, please?
So I want a corn. I want a corn cob now. Like I want.
Is it comparable to like Mexican street corn?
That's exactly what that's.
Yeah,
that means.
Yeah, it's basically.
Oh, well, I didn't know there was like a regular term for it. Like just.
I'm sorry, we're bougie here.
Yeah.
We use.
See, I'm in North Carolina. We don't talk like this.
I just, I just translate in my head, and I forget that nobody else might know what I'm talking about.
No, I don't.
Hi, Katie.
No, I'm fresh off the boat.
Hey, Katie. I know this is gonna be scary. I'm not a poutine fan. I'm not at all. I'm kind of like all right.
It's okay. It's all right. Not everyone can enjoy it like I do.
Yes, I am surrounded by fires, but there's no evacuation order. Have a great night, Mona. Thank you so much for stopping by.
Hi, Mona.
Hi, Mona.
There's no like major evacuation orders, but I am completely surrounded by smoke.
I was watching the evacuation orders this summer all across Wyoming. It's interesting.
It was really weird though, because last night they had evacuation orders for a neighborhood right up the street from my house, and I'm like, oh man, this is it. I stayed up all late last night, and they were just being overcautious because the fire isn't near us yet.
Do they do ready, set, go?
Yes.
Evacuations? Okay. So you're in the set, aren't you?
Thank you. But it would have to, like, I'm not even trying to be mean. It would have to burn through a few hundred houses, a neighborhood, and a mountain to get here.
Okay.
Because I'm at the bottom of the hill, and sometimes it pays to not live in the big mansion that overlooks everybody. And I'm not saying that to be mean in any way, shape, or form. I don't wish anything bad upon anybody.
Mm-mm.
At all. And like this is all trauma for everybody.
Yeah.
And so long story short, I'm protected by all the big mansions and all the land and everything, because I'm literally at the bottom of the hill. Like literally the sun sets here an hour before the sun sets because it hits the mountain, and then it's like, oh, nighttime.
Yeah, you get the mountain sunset first.
Can't eat corn, not even popcorn.
Oh, poor thing.
Crime.
I feel for you.
Popcorn.
I will eat your corn, Terry.
So no fish, no popcorn, no corn.
Oh. What is poutine? Melania asks.
Oh, well, that's a wonderful question to ask. So poutine is the potatoes or French fries, however you would like it, just fried up, and then you put like a brown gravy on it with like cheese and bacon and different toppings. It's really good. It's yummy. Absolutely.
So it's pre Waffle House food. Okay, gotcha.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah, I'm making some tomorrow now.
I haven't had any either.
I don't even think my kids have ever had it.
I went to Canada, and I remember looking at people and being like, what's poutine? And getting laughed at in Canada because I had never even...
There's a chain up near Montreal. I don't remember. I don't know if it's like poutine, but anyhow, you go in and they just have poutine. And that's all they serve. I just remember that from like 50 years ago. But yeah.
You're not that old.
Oh, I am. Look at me.
No, you're
I
not.
age
No, you're
gracefully.
not. Just because
I have a
just
filter
because you
on.
teach
You
fourth
can't see it.
graders does not mean just because you teach fourth graders not mean you're old enough for that still.
Okay.
Just because they believe you're old enough for that does not mean you're old enough for that.
No, they tell me like I'm 32 or 23. Like I'm like, I'll take it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
No, they don't.
Always
They
take
don't
that.
understand age. Mm.
Thank God. Well, they will eventually.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've thought about making my own Rita. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I have this weird thing. I grew up on eating margarine, like literally the imperial out of the yellow
No.
Oh,
bucket.
yuck.
No.
I'll eat any of that stuff.
Ouch. Poor thing. Poor thing.
No, that's not
No,
even real
people around me,
stuff.
they were bougie. They made their own, but like I was allowed to make certain choices, so I ate that stuff.
Mm.
I was upset. I still eat that. My son refuses to eat it.
Good reason.
Yeah.
Poutine capital of the world, Alfred, Ontario.
I'm coming.
I'll eat almost anything on chili fries. That is different. If you mask it, I'm weird. My whole life, like it's so weird. I eat menudo, and that's made of certain parts of a cow, linings and stuff. Like, but if you put it in front of me, I'll sit there and eat it with 2 spoons because I've been eating it my entire life. If you tell people it's made with tripe, they're like, "No, thank you, no, thank you."
I'll try anything once. That's how I
That would
feel
have been
about
me. Then no, thank you.
it. Mm.
But with enough lemon juice and enough tomato sauce, it hides the flavor of almost anything.
Yeah, that's the problem. Is you
Yes,
have
they do,
to
Sean.
hide the flavor.
Never been to a
You're
Waffle
having-
House. I can't believe you've never been to a Waffle House. Man, I love a good international house of pancakes. My grandmother thinks I'm 50 and my daughter, her mom is 40. I'll take it.
Absolutely.
You know, I wasn't ready though. When my son called me old one day, I wasn't ready for it. I would, like I was not ready.
You're never ready for it.
Never.
It was like a
Never ready for it.
You know, though, I had my pops never grew up, and so I know what it is to be around someone who doesn't act their age. Like I totally get it. When can you eat Rocky Mountain oysters? I have.
Did you know what they were before you ate them?
Yes.
Okay.
I ordered them, just like I ordered them, and the look on everybody at the table, they were like, "Are you serious?"
You
I
did
was
it for
on
the
va-
shock factor, didn't you?
I was on vacation with a bunch of tough guys. I had to show off. I still have the T-shirt. I still have the. They gave me a T-shirt. It's in my collection. I have to find it. It was in. I can't. I don't want to misquote the town, but it was somewhere in Colorado. And on the T-shirt, it has a bull, and it has a sign that says "Eat chicken." And it's like it has a cowboy hat on, like. I'm older than you, so respect your. Absolutely. No menudo, come on. I love menudo. I grew up eating certain things, so I'm obsessed. Yeah. Excuse me. I don't have a lot of these hangups because I was raised by pirates. They were like, "Here, eat this." Like, do you like squid or calamari or octopus?
Oh, it's great. I'll eat it.
Obsessed.
You can have all of mine.
But if you fry anything, like if I'm convinced if you put cracker meal on anything, I'll eat it. Like, I think I've reached that point in my life.
But not all calamari is created equal. I just don't like it when they cook it and it's really rubbery because they just overly,
Oh, totally. Been there. I back when
Take
food
it
was
back.
cheaper, I bought a 10-pound bag of calamari and fried it.
I'm good.
30 old people, kids are ridiculous. That's my problem. I don't act my age. There's nothing wrong with that. Don't ever grow up.
We know, Judy. That's why you're still arguing with me and Jess about who gets the jacket first.
No.
Oh, it's me.
Talking about oysters, you can put
Yeah,
a
and I'm second in line.
I'm with you, Terry.
He has to make it first.
I've had all kinds of stuff.
You make
Certain things I
3
can't
of
even say. I've had well, I that's just I won't say that on stream, but I've had alligator. I've had oh, what's that festival they have every year in Chandler? With the dinosaur birds. What are they? You can ride them. Oh,
Pterodactyls?
no, they're
Dinosaur
not
birds.
these are ostriches.
Ostrich.
How are
Like
you getting
dinosaur.
dinosaur birds?
Those are dinosaurs. Ostriches, all those are leftovers.
All birds are leftover dinosaurs.
No, I know, but that they look like dinosaurs. When you
Okay.
look at them in the face, you're like, oh, I can see where you're from.
Okay. We'll let you have that one. We're just not going to argue with you.
But the thing I always thought was gross, Chandler, Arizona, I'm looking at you. They are cooking ostrich while people are walking around eating ostrich legs and petting ostriches. I always thought that was weird.
Yeah.
And I'm not even I grew up in a farm setting. I'm not even that much of a lover of mutts, but that just seems weird to me. I'm not gonna eat a hamburger and go ride a cow. Maybe I'm overthinking it.
You're probably overthinking it.
Yeah, I think you.
It was overwhelming when I went to this festival. It was just weird to me. I grew up in a ghetto rats. We have fries every year. I would just eat absolute potato salad for the win. Ostrich.
Denny's, yes. I like Denny's over IHOP too.
That's the only option I have is Denny's.
Hey Nancy, it depends on it literally depends on who's in the kitchen where I live. If someone loves their job, it's gonna be the greatest thing ever for an affordable price.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't go out to those restaurants very often, but I would prefer Denny's over. Yeah.
Well,
actually, I prefer the Waffle House over all of them, but.
Well, Denny's is the only option I have. We don't have Waffle House or I have IHOP in town. I have to go Cheyenne for IHOP.
Oh, hi Nancy, how are you doing?
We haven't had there isn't a Waffle House until you get to Arizona. For some reason, all the way from Arizona to Savannah, Georgia, there are Waffle Houses, but not in California.
You know why, right?
They're illegal, apparently.
That's what I was gonna say.
But we have IHOP. We have a million. Do you guys have Iron Skillet?
I don't have one here. Iron Skillet is associated with the Petro truck stop. Not every Petro has the Iron Skillet.
I've never seen one.
If you're serving breakfast, I'm there. If you serve breakfast, you serve pancakes and omelets, I love you.
That's one of the few places you can actually order corned beef hash. I've never seen any other place where you can order corned beef hash that actually is cooked properly.
That's my problem with certain things. I grew up eating a lot of barbecue foods. I have never ordered beef ribs, St. Louis ribs, or even a steak at a restaurant because I'm so specific with the way I like my food.
Yeah.
And people think I'm bougie. I grew up in a house where my parents were meat eaters. So I'm not and I don't know how they maintain that without needing help from the hospital. They ate steak every other day for 30 or 40 years.
Because they didn't grow up on it, right? They didn't grow up on it, so they chose it as adults.
Maybe.
So their childhood saved them. I don't know. I'm thinking out loud. Sorry.
No, it's okay. Birds are descendants of actual T-Rex. I actually like the new interpretations when they show what dinosaurs actually look like.
Oh, with the feathers and everything.
Mm-hmm. No moons over here. Okay. I am obsessed with moons over my hammy. We have those here. Man, that reminds me when I was in my 20s. Back in the day, I lived in a place called MacArthur Park, and it was a thriving neighborhood in Los Angeles. And it's a dangerous place. And I'm not saying it wasn't back then, but I don't know. People just accepted me. I don't know. But they had some of the best food on earth. But they had a Denny's, they had an IHOP. It was so good. I miss those. They had greasy spoons everywhere. Where are you from? When I was a kid, goat brains would put that head on the table. Maybe this is why I can't eat meat.
I can't do the fish with the heads on.
Oh,
If
yeah,
they bring
eyes staring at you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stay quiet. I'm obsessed with birria. I will go crazy over some birria tacos. That's goat.
Mm.
There's a goat farm.
They probably don't, Rita.
I thought you were going to go to like brains or something. I was like,
no. I don't. No, I'm still a squeamish. I'm a squeamish American. Like, I'm not going to sit here in front and be like, oh, I eat all these exotic things. No, like I said earlier, I'm just a cheeseburger and pancakes kind of guy. I know all this crazy food exists. I love it, but I stick to things I know. I'm not kidding you. You should see, because I go out to eat with my mom a lot. You should see her roll her eyes, and I'm like, oh, I'll have the chicken fried steak. She's like, you've been eating the same thing for 35 years, or like, she'll. But it's consistent. It's consistent.
You know what you like. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Originally from Illinois, moved to Georgia 40 years ago. Awesome. I've been to Savannah and all up and down that area.
Savannah's pretty, but it's so humid.
Mm-hmm.
It is.
It's insanely humid.
It's unreal humid. Unreal.
Mm-hmm. I almost fell off a roof. I was doing I signed up as a teenager for like World Changers, where you go like help repair houses for low income or people who qualified or whatever. And the year that we were in Georgia, I ended up on roofing work, and the houses are so close together. And I started sliding off the roof. And if I'd actually fallen, I would have fallen either on the air conditioning unit, or I would have hit the chain link fence between the two houses, one or the other. There wasn't enough room for me to fall straight to the ground. But I managed to turn around and like dig my hammer into the like part of the roof, because that was scary.
Yeah,
fun but scary.
That's crazy scary.
Yeah.
One of the years, we took apart a bathroom, and the people had a basement, like I don't think it was a full walk-in basement. I think it was like a shortened basement. Like an extended crawl space kind of thing. But when we took the bathroom apart, we were taking the floorboards and everything else up. So we had just the studs to walk across to get to the tub and start taking the tiling off from around the tub, because they were gonna have to take the tub out. The water heater had leaked all over the floor and rotted the floor. That was back when I was young and brave and stupid.
How's that sugar cookie?
Glorious.
They're glorious because he's not sharing.
Imperial. I feel like I need a crown and like a bib.
I was like,
oh my gosh.
I see blue frosting.
Well, my son kept on walking in here. I'm like, hey, will you go get me the blue cookies? I have to put these away from me, though. Be gone. I banish you.
Oh, he brought you the whole container?
I will eat the whole container.
Someone moved it earlier, and I'm sitting there going, oh my gosh, really?
come back and take them.
Mhm.
My son shames me. He's like, or like, I'll be drinking coffee in the kitchen. He's like, you ate 9 cookies last night, and I'll tell him to his face, get out of my business. I'm a grown man. Get out of my business. But he's
And when
100% right.
I would tell my kids, and so
My computer is gonna crash. It's like blinking every once in a while. It's intermittently like blinking white. It's gonna crash. Should I go out and spend $3,000 on a new Mac or what? That's about what they cost nowadays.
Really? $3,000? Hey, you want my educator discount?
If I told you how much I paid for this laptop, you'd be like, what?
Oh, no, you can get an educator discount because you do homeschooling.
Shalom, they I don't know how, but this was in the 90s.
I'm laughing because the like safety procedures are so different now than they are back then.
Yeah, they so definitely are.
Mm-hmm.
Young and brave and stupid. Yep. Those are fun times, weren't they? I pay for them now.
I think about it all the time. Like when I was younger, I went through all kinds of crazy car accidents, all kinds of things. I don't think I would survive half that stuff now.
I know I wouldn't.
I was trying to show. This is actually a funny story. At the job, we would always, like, you know, we'd have access to these old buildings, so we'd completely renovate them. We would rip everything down, and my old boss didn't tell me. He would lick his thumb and stick it in the baluster and be like, "Oh, this one doesn't work." What he didn't tell me is that every time he did it, he turned the power off. So one time in front of this particular woman I was trying to show off, I licked my thumb. I was standing on a table.
No.
I stuck it in a baluster. I'm just lucky that there were people. I stiff as a board. I zoop with my thumb still out. I came back.
No.
I electrocuted myself. I got a darling that day, and they let's just say I still work with them, and they still make fun of me for that one.
Yeah. Oh wow.
I electrocuted myself, and I did it to myself too. But I was literally electrocuted.
All to impress a girl.
Oh yeah.
Love it.
Oh yeah.
Why am I not surprised?
Mm-hmm.
Men do crazy things.
They
like
do.
peacocks.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so glad that I said the word peacock that I remembered my.
As he walks away.
5 months ago. I don't know how long ago I made my peacock coat that I completely forgot about.
I remember you talking about that.
I even put it in my tiny. I put it in my video because I was shocked. I have no idea why I finished it. Hey, Andrea, great to see you. Great to see you. A Mac? Heck no. A new Mac. Fix a damn electrical fire waiting to happen in your sewing room. Excuse me? Maybe.
Yes, the 90s definitely makes sense.
Hello. Great to see you.
Good to see you, Andrea.
Yes.
Yay. Great to see you. I'm from a town called... Oh, I can't say that. Kankakee?
Kankakee.
Yeah.
Okay. Kankakee.
I believe.
So what happens to...
She'll correct us if we're wrong.
Absolutely. Oh no, computer, why are you gonna die? And it's gonna die slowly too. I'm gonna buy a new one.
Make sure you're happy. I built my computer back in 2020. It's sweet, but it was expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Because we just finished adding another bedroom in our basement, so now I'm finally, yay!
Awesome.
That's wonderful.
Where to begin? Just you know what's so funny? I think about that all the time. Like if I had to move all my stuff, I wouldn't even know where to start.
You start on Pinterest. You start seeing ideas that you like, and start seeing what is feasible for you to implement. Do a project board.
Oh, project board.
Mhm.
Let's inspire each other today.
Absolutely.
Yeah, like wedding planning boards. We'll take the idea from them.
I'm gonna tell you, as somebody who used to have a giant sewing room, there's never enough space.
There's never.
I could be in a high rise and I still wouldn't have enough space. I'd be like, the third floor is too small.
Yeah. There's days this room is
No,
plenty
you would
big.
add so much to it. You would have an embroidery machine station on one side. You'd be making your own clothes, like all of it.
I don't even know how I would set up it with more room.
This is my happy place. This is my happy place. I come in here and I'm like, oh yes. I come in here and I'm like, the world is not allowed to follow me in here.
Perfect idea, Rita.
Let's say peacock. I love that code. I have no idea why it took me so long to finish it either. Kankaki.
Kentucky. You're
K.
Kentucky.
Long A.
Kentucky. There we go.
Oh,
you.
Bless you.
I know. It feels like
certain words. There are certain words like Chattahoochee. I only know how to say them properly because I've heard other people say them out loud.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's cities in Wyoming, and I have totally been recorrected on how to say them. And there's like a street. There's a street in our town. If you don't say it right, they know you're an outsider.
Yeah, like we have an award ceremony coming up at school next week, and I refuse to call out the kids' names because I know I'll butcher them, because they're not all mine. And so I'm like, I'll hand out the awards. I'll be the pretty face. Here's your award. Have a nice day.
Yeah.
No, I'm not about calling any kid's name. I'll call out your first name. Come on and get it.
Andrea, it took me years to drag all the stuff that I had accumulated and bring it in this room. It's still weird to me that most of my sewing stuff is in this room because I had everything spread. I had stuff in my storage unit, stuff in my house, stuff at my mom's house. I had stuff everywhere. And then one day I was like, what am I waiting for? And I created this room.
Amazing. In all its glory.
Rita, my computer's sides are also clear. Sorry.
No, go ahead. I'm just, one of the reasons I don't want to just my stuff's aging out and I need to replace it.
Oh yeah.
My stuff's aging out,
Well, when I built my computer, I built it for being able to expand it because I was like, I know I'm not going to be able to afford to replace it in the next 5 years. So I called my dad. I was like, okay, if you were to build a computer for me, what would you put in it? And max out everything that you could max out so that, now it's not the newest and latest and greatest, but it still does all the streaming, all the video editing, photo editing, all of that. And it doesn't miss a beat. So
yeah, we did that with my daughter's gaming computer when we built that 3 years ago.
Night, Judy.
So we just got the best of everything.
Yeah, that's basically what I did.
It's a pretty nice setup that she has.
Have a great night, Judy. Thank you so much for stopping by.
Yeah, good night, Judy. Good to see you.
Yeah, I'll see you later.
Yeah, basically mine is a gaming computer, but I didn't build it for gaming.
Yeah.
When I told my dad what video card I was putting in it, because he plays Flight Simulator.
Mm-hmm.
When I told him what video card I got to put in it, he actually cried a little bit because he was jealous. Because it was the one he had eyes on. Of course, now he's upgraded past me, but he deserves it.
Yeah, all three of my people, they just game. That's all they do. Well, they do a lot more, but that's their entertainment.
The fact
So-
that I can turn a computer on is an utter and complete miracle. I was just not that person.
My husband isn't really
I'm
computer
not coordinated
savvy.
enough. I can't do it.
Someone
I can play
recently was
Tetris.
like, someone called me out on my thumbnails. I was like, well, I don't have time to learn how to make proper thumbnails.
Oh,
It works.
I might have
I'm
been.
still here. It still works. People know where I am.
Yes, yes, they do.
They ring that bell, and here we come.
So I have one piece of advice to give to Andrea. Pick those things that are the most important, put those in first,
Yeah.
and then start sorting in all the other stuff that you have. And you'll figure out what isn't super important that you're okay with getting rid of or not using. That way your craft room doesn't get overwhelmed to the point
Yeah.
where you don't enjoy it.
Absolutely. Yeah, make it your own.
Mm-hmm. You know, like everything in my room except for like my shelving. My shelving, if I took everything off of it, I could move it myself. But
Mhm.
everything else in my room is portable, so I can move it around as I need to. And that was like super important for me, for my
Yeah,
space.
I need to get a new design wall. I think that's my next purchase.
Mine's poster board with flannel stretched on it.
Forgot I was muted. Don't feel bad, Andrea. My kids and his friends asked me to stop playing Fortnite because I would bring their average down because I kept on getting sniped out. I would just run around. I just like building stuff. I would just run around. They're like,
He just wanted to do
Mr.
the dances.
Mr. William, we don't know how to tell you this, but we don't need your services anymore. I like just dancing, and I get sniped out.
My kids play Dress to Impress too. Yeah,
See, I have
where they
no
vote. Yeah, it's brain numbing. Don't worry about it. Sometimes I tell Livy, I go, I think I just got a little dumber today just by watching you. And then I just walk away.
The only game that I play, I play, gosh, what is it called? Ticket to Ride. And I play Catan. I play those on the computer. And then I have Mario Kart and Super Mario Brothers on the Wii. Those are like the only games I play.
I have
gave
a
away my Wii.
Nintendo. I have like all the old school stuff, but if I'm playing Mario 64, I need it. That's like my therapy for the day. I need a timeout. I am tuning out the entire world. I am flashing back to 1996 and ignoring everybody.
That's Mario Kart. I did not keep the original Wii. That was my stepson's, and so we found me a red one. So I have a red controller and a black controller, and then the clear nunchucks or whatever, or the extra controllers. I've got the steering wheels for both. I tricked it all out just so that I could play Mario Kart.
I love that. I even right in front of me, I have a monitor where I still play Sonic 2, but that's if I'm having a real bad day.
I've never played Sonic. And yeah, Andrea, that's absolutely how I would do it, is put it all in one place and start going through and decide. I mean, don't necessarily throw anything away until you've set up, because what you might end up actually getting into might be different from what you're thinking you'll get back into.
I had clothes that were in storage for 4 or 5 years. And when some of my vests were in storage because I had made so much, and it was fine when I took it out. And they were sitting in totes and bands. I am Mr. Totes. Instead of Captain Coats, I should be called Mr. Totes. I own so many totes that I notice when the price goes up. I noticed. I'm like, oh, why are they charging so much for plastic?
I know. I noticed that the last couple of years how the price is going up.
It's crazy.
Recently, Isaiah bought, like, he wears these certain shorts when he does Muay Thai or whatever, and he wanted like a little plastic tub. I took him to the Dollar Tree. It was $6 for a mid-sized tub.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, you can't get a laundry basket at Dollar Tree anymore for $1.
That's crazy. I'm not trying to, think those were the days, but it's just crazy to me how expensive plastic and all these things that we used to take for granted is. How expensive all of it is now.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, I thought I was when I was back in Alabama, I was doing jewelry and resin and things like that. I still have my resin stuff, but I've decided that jewelry is no longer my thing.
Mm-hmm.
But being in this studio is like this setup has been how I figured it out.
Yeah. I've never gotten into that. I've always
The
been
jewelry?
just fabric.
Well, I did. I've also got diamond dots. I got some of those.
Yeah.
And I've done some of them. Yeah, Andrea, that is exactly.
You're making me think back to when I first started putting everything in this room. It was overwhelming because I didn't know what to put in here, and I ended up just putting everything in here.
Yeah.
I mean, I can still think back to, like, I found pictures the other day, and I was looking back at one of my old sewing rooms, old sewing studios, and I had so much garment fabric. So much. It was all, like, there was no good way to organize all of it. Yes. Reader. Yes.
Don't worry, if I don't, my mom is going to, because she keeps on threatening it. She's like, I'm just going to come in here one day and take half of this and you won't even notice. She's like, I'm going to open up. She tells me all the time. She's like, I'm going to open up a store and not even tell you.
You'll come home and your driveway will be packed.
You'll be looking for the peacock coat, and she took it.
Mm-hmm. And send it to Rita.
That is one thing, like, she'll walk in and she'll looking at my stuff and I can see her shopping. This is my size. This is my size.
I think this will fit me well.
She wore my the Wookiee coat. It looks like a 1950s coat. And so she's like, I have to wear this to work. She walked into work like a rich old lady and it's long. So it's like down to her feet, down to her ankles.
She wore it well.
Oh.
Yes.
That's one thing that I've discovered with my sewing is I don't even care what other people think. I like making myself laugh. So there are certain things that I put on. I'm like, this is amazing. That's why I started exploring colors, and because I wear black and white and denim every day.
Me too, Andrea. She used to just sew at her kitchen table.
I know. I think my first table was just like a folding table that I would just pop up every now and then.
I had one of those early, they were sewing tables, but you couldn't lower the machine in it. But you could put the machine in the shelf underneath it. Like, so take the machine out and put it underneath. And like the sideboard folds up. And then you can access all of your little notions or whatever, and your knees can go under the table. And you've got this little side cabinet. I had one of those that I got back in college, and I managed to make it, golly, a good 6 or 7 years with that thing. And that sat in the dining room for the longest. And then I had all my fabric in totes because I couldn't unpack it. We'd had no spare room. And yeah, Andrea says that she has one of those. Yeah, that's what I started with. I had that in college.
Well, as soon as we moved into this house, I said, this is my room. You guys can go other places.
Yeah, I've moved so many times.
But it used to be the kids' room too. Like we had like a papasan and a futon at one time. And they had their gaming systems in here and everything. And then I eventually just picked them out. I was like, there's other spaces in the house. You have a bedroom.
Yes, Alibaba. She says, and your dining table was a cutting table. Yes, yes, it was. Yes, it was.
You're making me think of my table. I should use that. I have a table, but the leaf makes my table 8.5 feet long.
Oh, that's
Wow.
fantastic.
It's funny because when you take the leaf out, it's just this like knowing what it is. I look at it, I'm like, you're half a table, but the leaf is huge.
Yeah.
My grandma used to use big L-shaped desk. Oh, and she had her embroidery sewing machine on the side and her serger. You
My
know,
grandmother had one of those too.
my father had one of those. It always made me laugh because I called it his Nancy Zeman desk.
Mm-hmm. That would make sense.
It looked just
Yeah.
like her desk because he built the place where his sewing machine was in place.
My grandmother had those industrial sewing machines. So she had an industrial serger and an industrial sewing machine that she got from the factory.
Mhm.
And yeah, so I learned, some of my learning was on an industrial. I would totally give to have another industrial so I could sew straight stitches.
There was an industrial that I walked past at a thrift store, and I don't know. I think it's because it was the exact same table as my blind stitcher. I knew the weight. I just passed it, and I'm still kind of mad that I passed up on that. But we'll never know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to all my sewing rooms now. Such a memory lane. I had a sewing room in college, you guys.
That's one of the reasons when I play my old videos, I'm always looking in the background of my old videos because I remember. I can tell you what year I filmed a video, by depending on how much stuff was in here.
I had a 2-bedroom, my first apartment by myself. I had a 2-bedroom apartment so that I could have a sewing space. That's how dedicated to sewing I was, even back in college. I really should have taken a cue from myself back then. Yeah, I do not know what industrials I learned on Andrea. I have no idea. She says it was really cool that I learned on industrial ones.
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea what they were. Like, I mean, I asked my mom to look for pictures and she hadn't found any that I'm aware of.
Alibaba, I really like an 1883 industrial singer and improved manufacturer sewing machine.
Yeah.
Whenever I see anything over 100 years, it makes me think of you, Ollie.
Mm-hmm.
But where I live, they want crazy prices just because something's an antique.
Oh, absolutely.
Because I know somebody will pay it.
But I noticed, like, even in Vegas, they have overinflated prices there, and it's still cheaper than here.
Yeah, true.
For the same sewing machine. And because people will see the old Kenmore, and they'll be like, oh, this is old, it's rare, not knowing they made 1 million of them.
That does happen, too.
And so it's funny to see how they price these things because it looks like an antique, but it's not rare. I guess, is that a thing? You can be an antique, but not rare?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
I guess because I own the Kodak A camera. I was so disappointed when I found out that it was like so widely sold around the world.
Yeah. So you're one of so many collectors. Yeah. Rita's got a point. Excellent question, Andrea. What are you working on, William?
I am working on a pair of tweed-ish. This is synthetic tweed, but I'm making tweed pants.
Are we surprised?
And if I find the vest, if I can't remember if I made a vest with this particular print or not. I have to go through my stuff. I've been cleaning. It is so strange to me to be this organized. Speaking of which, what should I do with my swooshy fabric? I've had This forever. This is space.
Oh, that's my fabric, William. That is absolutely my fabric.
This is so slick. I have to have it on top of the pile because it
Or
can't
it
even
just
sit on
slides off.
itself.
Yeah.
I could totally see like a cape out of that.
I like
Because that would be it. That would drape just so beautifully.
I do need something for my stargazing.
Oh, a lined cape. Oh my gosh, that would be so fantastic.
I do, Rita. It's you know what it is. It's when I first started, I like now that I know my measurements, what I'm doing, I've done it so many times. I just have to stop myself from making mistakes. Because when you do the same thing over and over, you kind of stop thinking about it.
Absolutely.
And one night I made a pair of pants too small, and I was like, "Oh, I need to start trying again." I know this is shocking. The house
Are you working on anything, Jess?
I cut out the T-Rex, and he's just sitting over here waiting on me. Yeah, I can't sew and hang out at the same time because I'm just a one-track person at the moment.
I'm just
at this late at night. I can't do it.
Just trying not to burn myself.
Sorry, I've had that particular fabric for 2 years, I think. The space fabric. It's just I worked a lot with stretchy fabrics. I think it's because they're hard to line. It runs when you cut it. You have to pin everything in place. Like, I think that's one of the reasons I stopped working with that material.
Yeah, it's stretchy. Yeah.
I could totally see that like velvet lined. Like that would like so be the dream. I'm sorry.
There you go.
Now you know what I dream of, William. I dream of that fabric with a velvet lining.
So hold on. Her birthday, hold on. I have it written down. So her birthday's in October.
Yes.
Do you have enough to make her
the month of William is almost upon us all. Brace yourselves.
Okay. So are we gonna have like a daily something? I mean,
no, I'm not. No, I was never that person, and it wasn't until I met a group of people where they were like, "It's your birthday month.
Okay,
we're gonna
people
party
in the
every
YouTube
day."
world. You gotta have an idea. You gotta make sure he has something that day.
I have an idea, William. If you do make it a cape in time for your birthday, we could be the Society of the Traveling Cape, and we send it on. I'm sorry.
No, I'm here for that movie. Does that mean I have to be America Ferrera? Am I America Ferrera? I've seen the movie Sisterhood of Traveling Pants.
Oh, yeah, no, I haven't watched that movie. I just know the name.
If they made a movie out of it, I've probably seen it.
I'm so not a movie buff.
So on your birthday, you would get the cape, and then you have to send it to the next person.
Or you get it for your birthday month. Okay. So nobody else can take February, nobody else can take September, nobody else can take October. Yeah. So like those months are claimed. So like I could wear the cape for all of October. Huh?
But I want August too, so I get double the months.
No.
Just
okay. If you're making everybody a cape, you know that space fabric is mine. And I love it. Yeah, Andrea's got it right. And oh my gosh, I could totally go up on the mountain and where there's snow or whatever, and do a photo shoot with me in the cape with the snow.
The cape has plans already. The cape
has plans. Yes.
The cape has PR already.
Do you have an outfit to go with the cape?
Maybe.
Well, I know what you're. I have a lot.
If not, I will make one.
Yeah, I'm glad that you guys can make clothes. I don't do that.
I just need enough lead time to be able to figure out what the heck I'm making. If I'm making something.
Oh, I got to start working on a project.
Ooh. What kind of project?
I can't talk about it.
Oh dear.
It just popped into my mind, and I was like, oh no, I don't have much time. I got to get it done.
Right, Andrea? She says, OMG, the photo shoot with the cape would be epic. Make it happen.
Absolutely would.
Well, it is all up to William. We're going to put this on him.
Pressure. He doesn't like
I can take the
pressure.
pressure. I can take it. I can take the pressure. I deal with pressure every day.
You totally made a mistake showing me space-themed silky fabric. Yeah, that was your mistake, William. Sorry.
Well,
Okay, actually, not sorry.
And I don't know what to do with this one either. And I still have a ton of this. This is silky too. And there's no horses.
Pretty, but not mine.
Alibaba, years ago, Alibaba said this looks like a cave painting.
It does. It
Ollie,
really
if you're
does.
still there, I still have this fabric, all these. I was shocked when I found this and how much I still have. I made a project from this 2 or 3 years ago.
What did you make?
A shirt.
Oh, okay.
I guarantee it was a shirt. I don't even have to look. I guarantee it was a shirt. That does not fit me anymore.
Hey, you have
an
fabric to
amazing
expand
giant
it.
hood to it.
Perfect.
I did that in 2024. All the shirts I made on live streams. I went through this really weird phase of making shirts on live streams. And I put hoods on all of them. No, in 2023. And in 2024, I came and put hoods on every single shirt.
Why am I not surprised?
So you went through the shirt phase. Now you're going through the tweed phase.
Oh, I am like fully in my tweed phase right now.
Yeah, absolutely in tweed phase.
Absolutely.
Well, also because I have access to places where I can buy large amounts of it. So here it is years later, and I still have a ton of the fabric. That reminds me.
I need to make my sweater still.
Is there something behind mannequins?
I don't know if I can get to it from here.
No.
I still have rolls of fabric that are long forgotten. I have backpack material. I have a little bit of the backpack material left, but a roll. And then I have my Santee Alley fabric.
Okay.
There's a place in Los Angeles. It's called Santee Alley. It's where they have shops. They used to sell fabric and really cheap stuff, but it's been overran by literal bootleggers, where you can buy anything, anything fake, but they sell it for the same price. But this particular fabric, I think it sat in this shop for 20 something years before. It was definitely from the 90s. So when I discovered it had been untouched for years and years and years.
And now it's in your house, still being untouched for years. And
I made a jacket. I made a jacket, a cloak. I made shirts, pants, spans, everything you could possibly think of. And I still have a ton of Santee Alley fabric.
So make a luggage set so that way you can travel with it, and like you can wear the outfit and the luggage set. And so like nobody can mistake your luggage for anyone else's luggage.
Absolutely.
Because you're actually wearing the fabric that it's made out of. I'm sorry.
No, my luggage is what makes me feel like an adult. I have actual real luggage, and whenever I pull it out, I'm like, this kind of makes me feel like an adult. Because I've done a lot of traveling, and people, you can just tell like people that are experienced travelers and people who aren't.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you're traveling around all the time, get a good set of luggage.
Yeah.
I miss it. I think I still have a ton of my fake Fendi roll too. I bought a whole roll of fake Fendi material. Spans. I thought I created something and I really didn't. They're just long pants, but I call them spans, and I have for years. Because when I wear shorts, I like them to be way past my knee.
Okay.
I'm showing ankle only.
So these shorts are long shorts. They go down to your. Okay.
They're modesty shorts.
Hold on, let me see. You haven't been introduced to the world of spans.
No.
Let me see if I can
Mm-mm.
find
This
that.
is
Neither
short.
am I.
This is pre-Jessica.
As pre-Tammy.
They make me look way shorter than what I am, though, because spatial perception is real. So when
Yeah.
I'm wearing something like that, it does make me look a little short. Let me
Is he
see.
really 5'9"?
I guess we're about to find out.
Mm-mm.
Does he look 5'2"? Or does he
Oh,
look
I
like
was.
4'7"?
No, if I was 5'2", I'd trust me. If I was 5'2", I would be telling the truth right up the front. When you meet me, and I'm like, "Hi, I'm 5'9", adjacent." Share screen. Okay, let's find these spans. Span. There we go.
Those are just like the short pants. That's what we're
Oh,
calling
look
them.
how cool that guy
They are.
is. Yeah, I just wear extremely long shorts.
okay.
Those are
Yeah.
spans.
But you're right. They do make you look shorter.
They
They
make
do.
me. I look like we're one of the lollipop kids.
I was just about to say that.
Kids.
I was like, oh, you're an Oompa Loompa.
That's where my mind went. That's exactly where my mind went.
Thank you. It makes me look way shorter than what I am. But you know what, though? At my height, I have a complex because I wear cowboy boots. So I'm man enough to admit, like, I tell fibs about my people think I'm way taller than what I am, and I take my boots off and I'm like, "Hi, how's it going?" I definitely was. So I like spans, but they make me look like I'm trying to look young or something.
Yeah, I can see you skateboarding.
Yeah.
I still have those skills. At least I think I do.
Well, on those, you automatically have them.
Yeah, absolutely. It's like a magical thing.
It's like when the doctor says, after this surgery, you can walk, how many miles or whatever. And then people are like, oh, I can? Because I've never been able to walk before.
Magic.
Yep. Magic in the fabric.
Mm.
You know, I've had these for years and they still have not taken them out of their package.
For shame, William.
It's autumn yarn. I bought this like 3 or 4
I
years
like those
ago.
colors.
It's just floating around my computer.
You should decorate with them.
Yeah, when I make my lollipop kid outfit.
Absolutely. Oh, that's gonna be stuck in my head.
Me too. Rent free.
I just want a big old lollipop too.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I saw something today and it made me laugh because they advertised it towards me and I screamed. Because how do you feel about a dress hoodie?
A dress for the
I love
hoodie.
it.
Yeah.
It's just a long sweatshirt with a slit on the side. And they were selling it as a dress hoodie.
Yeah, but I would want it more fitted on top.
Yeah. Yeah, you definitely need it more fitted.
It.
Otherwise, it's like pajamas.
Yeah, I don't want a snuggie that I can wear out.
Yeah, that's basically what it is, like a hoodie. What is it called? It's not a snuggie. It's because I have one. I literally have one. I just put it out of the room. I can't remember the name of it. But it's the snuggie hoodie one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to pin these. I don't know that I've paired them up.
So you guys are all pinners. I don't pin.
No, I'm not normally pinning, but I'm pinning pairs.
I've only pinned when I did my legit kit. because I had to make sure that I was hitting the corners.
I'm just paying because I'm about to stack them up.
Mm-hmm.
And I've got all of these to pair up. So that's all I'm pinning for, is just to pin them together until I can sew them. It'll be after tomorrow night.
So I'm going back to your quilt. Our quilt that we're making together.
Which one? This one?
I'm going, yes. So I'm going 4.
Okay. Yay.
I've made my decision. It was tough. It was difficult, but I did it. And then I just been recording. That's all I've been like for the last 8 days.
That's okay.
So
I
haven't done anything yet.
I just got the last of my fabric, my strip fabric. Cut. Are you doing? Have you already chosen your order?
No.
Okay.
No.
Because I'm doing, so in this one I did like 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 this time.
Okay.
So
I thought about doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then I started making and then I started taking like the colors and just playing with them. To see if I liked it or not. So
yeah, so one other thing I'm doing is I'm gonna do half arcs to finish out. And in the middle of my quilt this time, I am going to use if I've got enough of it, I'm gonna use my background fabric to do my half arcs. So it will like trail off like at the end of the month.
Yeah.
So we're gonna see how it looks. So then I've got to figure out what I'm gonna do for my outer arcs because I haven't figured out what fabric I'm using for that. I'll dig that out later. It can wait.
Yeah. We have time.
Yes, we do.
Yes, we do. It's only January. January 9th now.
Oh,
I know. We could have already gotten
me of that.
Tomorrow we could get 5 arcs done. Like quite literally. Well, no, after tomorrow. So on the 11th, we've got 2 days. We could get 5 arcs done.
Could.
That's how many.
Could. I might have to push it off just a little bit longer though, because I have a secret project.
That's okay. That's
I have to. It'll take me like 24 hours to do it. But
I have not even done
Fast and Furious.
Yeah, I have not even cut my backgrounds.
My
background peels and my peels. I haven't cut any of that. I cut the strips for the backgrounds, but I need to starch them. So if I get done doing this, that's basically what I'm going to be pulling out.
Yeah, starching's next. I've pulled out most of it. I think enough of everything. We'll see.
Okay.
We'll see.
Yeah, all my strips are finally bagged. So
yay. I know I need to go to the grocery store and get some bags.
Yeah. I did quart size for the strips and then gallon for the centers.
That's what I figured.
So for the 48, I did gallon size.
I'm gonna have to get like a tub. To put it all in. I have plenty of stuff around here. It's not, I just go up in the attic and boom, there it is. Because I took everything out of my classroom at one time and all my storage stuff after I emptied it, and it's all up in my attic.
Well, the extra fabric is all in one of my little cubbies. So like I don't have it stored in the same place as my active. I'm going to grab out of this every day basket. So
let's see. Rita says she had to look at the label on her dress hoodie and it said Cozy Chick.
Ooh.
I wonder if it means if there's an issue. My brain keeps singing clap on, clap off.
That is Jess's fault. You were right.
Yeah, you're so welcome.
I want to say something.
Now you all know how my brain works. It's so elementary.
I watched a lot of television in the 80s, and that reminds me of that. The late 80s, early 90s, that was the commercial.
So I made a short the other day with my little, my clappers.
She is torturing us with that video.
I even showed my kids at school. I was like, "Hey, does this really work?" And they go, "You got to work on your editing skills, Mrs. Wilkie."
Okay, Andrea, you need to go watch one of her other videos. There's the bottles of BEER on the wall. That song. She's not allowed to sing it right now. No, ma'am.
It's HSTs.
I know. She changed
86
the
HSTs on the wall. 86 HSTs.
As somebody who took car trips as a kid, I used to take car trips as a kid. I hate that song. And I rarely say I hate anything.
That one is awful. That one is absolutely awful.
You are so. I mean, they're going to be your best friend or your worst enemy. It's like, which one would you like me to be? Keep your enemies close, y'all.
That reminds me of just car trips when I was a little kid. And my parents were like, we're going to drive to Mexico. We're going to drive to Vancouver, Canada. Like, we took real long car trips.
So I'm taking suggestions on other songs that I can revamp if anybody wants.
Cat races.
Oh gosh, really, William? Really? Oh,
well, if you wanna go full earworm.
No, I don't.
I love the old timey parlor song.
One of the friends that I've got here, that I go to one of the guilds with, she is one of those earworm people, and she comes up with some real good ones.
Yeah.
I think she got everybody stuck on Bad to the Bone one night.
I was listening to that. It's so funny you would say that. I was listening to that before the stream.
Yeah, she got everybody stuck on that one. She pulls out some good ones. Her favorite thing is that she wants a hippopotamus for Christmas.
I didn't even hear that song this year.
Oh yeah, what's really bad is now every time I hear it, it is a moment of I need to call her and complain to her. Like I need to call and talk to the manager. Because iHeartRadio was
two front teeth.
Oh, that too. That one too.
Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
I can't.
I can thank my father.
He
always changed the lyrics for everything.
Hello, Mata. Hello, Fana.
Mother.
Kim Granada.
Okay.
Well,
that way I'm not at least hearing it in stereo.
This is a song that never ends.
Yeah, that one too.
That one.
Okay, when I was a kid, that used to bother me because I would be like, it has to have an ending, and I would sit there, and they'd keep singing it
because it never ends.
It doesn't end.
All right, I made these huge. All right.
You're gonna need a big belt. A big belt for big.
I say that, and these are gonna fit perfectly. Like I'm like, oh, I made these so baggy.
Everybody does that.
And then he comes back and he's like, "Well tight, well tight."
Everybody does that with clothes, though. Like you make or you see clothes, and it either looks too big or looks too small, and then it fits, and it's so disappointing that it fits.
I'm in this weird. I do not mind wearing baggy clothes, and I think it's because of the era I come from. But I do not mind if my clothes are a bit baggy.
I don't mind if it all depends. If my shirts are baggy, I don't want my pants to be baggy. If my pants are baggy, I don't want my shirts to be baggy. Like I feel frumpy, and I don't want.
You feel like you're in pajamas.
Yeah.
Frumpy is my brand, though. Frumpy is my brand.
Well,
but see, you don't look frumpy in it. That's the thing.
No,
you managed to pull it off. Women don't get that luxury as easily.
Yeah. Like I wore black pants the other day, and they were, they're wide leg and beautiful, love them. But it's just like I just wanted to wear a sweatshirt with it, but I couldn't.
Yeah. I can't wear like my oversized sweatshirts and hoodies with my yoga pants because all my yoga pants are baggy.
Mm.
The only time that I wear like baggy with baggy is if I'm going to the ER. Like if I'm like going to go to the ER, then the baggy sweatpants and the baggy sweatshirt.
Sabrina singing the Chipmunk song. Hula
Oh
hoop.
my gosh. Yes.
Mm.
Oh my goodness. There's the William mentioned it earlier, the Alan Jackson song Chattahoochee.
I despise that song. Don't even. He knows that.
Oh,
No, go ahead.
okay.
Oh
On
no.
a Friday night. We're just trying to sing and Jess is ready to fight.
That song,
I totally went block screen on him because he did it one time to me. He was trying to be nice. He was trying to be nice. Well, nice.
oh gosh. All right. And going down to the sun comes up.
Hey, I can sing that.
That one gets in your head. Yeah, I can sing that one too.
A lot of Garth Brooks songs get in my head though.
Yeah.
I really want to see him someday in concert.
That would be fantastic.
Yeah.
That would be fantastic.
Does he still perform?
He does. Yeah. His concerts sell out in like 30 minutes.
Yeah, you can't. You have to be on like some kind of special list or win a ticket.
Absolutely. You got to be on like
what other song was
10
it?
days before it even goes on.
Yeah. The Daddy's Hands song.
Oh,
that song would get stuck in my head. And I would sing that for hours. As a kid.
Sometimes like 90s alternative music, because I listened to it so much back in the day. My kid will turn on the 90s and I'll start singing and then it's stuck in my head days later. It's still there.
Yeah. I listen to 90s alternative. I listen to 90s country. Or I listen to country. I listen to 90s alternative. And grunge. Love grunge.
Yeah. I listen to almost everything, but
yeah.
Almost everything.
There's some that I will not listen to. So I don't think it's Kennedy is in this chat. So when she is over here, ask her how much she loves polka music.
Will do. William.
I love polka music. Polka
yes, so y'all need to like bring up polka music while it's Kennedy is here. Just to ask her how much she loves it because she doesn't.
Okay.
She doesn't love polka.
I think William should play it for her. So
I would have
to
to stream you guys in.
That's the one instrument I don't own is an accordion.
No. There has to be one in that storage unit somewhere.
If I had an accordion, I'd be playing it right now.
Please. And I'll play the bell for you.
You think I'm playing? I think I have everything for a one-man band, like the full setup and everything.
So Rita just said Oscar for and below.
Yes.
Like she was saying, okay,
oh
are you
my
ready
gosh,
for this?
yes.
So I was on the internet.
Okay.
William, listen to me. Oscar Mayer Wiener hot dog. They had the mobile, right? They were advertising for somebody to be the spokesperson.
I've been waiting my whole life to be the Oscar Mayer Wiener guy.
But you wouldn't want to do it. Do you want to know why?
Why?
They start at $35,000. But they pay for a room and board. Like hotel. But $35,000 to drive the Oscar Wiener mobile?
Yeah, they usually don't hire anybody that's not a college student.
Yeah, for those slave wages, you couldn't even rent a cardboard box where I live.
You do so much advertisement on the weekends, like you have so much things that you need to do.
But they pay you $30,000. They pay you $30,000 per trip.
No, that's per year.
A year.
Oh,
that is your full year salary.
So I knew that how disappointed you. I almost screenshot it and sent it to you. I was like, there goes his dream about owning a Oscar Mayer wiener hot dog and mobile.
When you woke up this morning, were you like, I'm just gonna smash William's hopes and dreams?
Well, I guess that's apparently.
No, I've been holding that back for almost 2 weeks. So no, it wasn't this morning that I woke up and said that.
Apparently, that was payback for something that you did. Oh, those look good.
Hold on. Oh, I tell you to lift up the shirt, but no.
Oh no, I pulled it down for a
reason.
I cut this weird, so these pants are a little revealing.
All of them weird.
Let's do a kick.
Okay.
See, but they're.
All right.
I'm past the rip point though. No more ripping.
Yeah. Okay, turn around. You got to do a 180. Okay. All right. Okay, you can do the dance. Got it.
He's got to do the dance. You don't get away without the dance.
It's one thing I will say about tweed is that tweed is no joke when it comes to heat.
Yeah.
Oh, these pants feel great, and they're kind of swishy. You hear that?
Mm-hmm.
That's synthetic tweed.
So I'm thinking
you couldn't do that with real tweed.
That if you spill coffee on it, it's just going to fall right to the floor.
I can't believe my Oscar Wilde. Oh, I'm an Oscar whiner right now. I can't believe my Oscar Mayer wiener dream is dead.
I'm sorry.
You don't own your own car. You just don't work for them.
Exactly. I just want to buy the car. Yeah. I need the space.
We're gonna have to get you a house that has like one of those RV buildings that you can drive your RV into.
Where I live, and these are like the multi-million-dollar houses that I wouldn't buy, but the newer houses they're building with RV garages.
Yeah,
they have to.
So all the newer houses up in the hill
with RV garages,
they look like old school firehouses. Because they have this just giant garage door in the front.
You know what I used to do when I was little? My babysitters, they had automatic doors, and so we would hold on to the handles and we'd see if we could fall all the way up.
Why am I not surprised?
I did a lot of stupid stuff, but it was fun.
Yes, because there's so many snowbirds. Absolutely.
Oh, I gotta get past these screens. Too much green.
But no, those pants are nice. You did a great job.
They're nice.
Thank you.
They look good.
So you might have a matching vest somewhere.
If not, I'm gonna make a cheetah vest.
Cool. Look at you.
I'm discovering all this material I have. And again, I've made a cheetah everything. I've made cheetah spants. And those were my second or third pair. Those were more slim fitting. They're almost capris. They're almost capris.
Slim fitting. Interesting.
I learned something about how to cut a pair of shorts that day.
No, not you.
I'm gonna have to go find Spance videos now.
You'll see him. I can probably find it. The most annoying song ever is a crash. I love that. I love that song. I love that song, Andrea. Now I'm gonna have that in my head. I have a 1973 Benix Lifetime Premiere RV. It's 26 feet long and looking and turning it into a craft sewing room. Fun.
You can come visit me.
Yeah, nice.
Those are
you
fun.
Road trip all over the place with it.
The 1973 ones, they have more space than the modern ones too, and they're better built.
Of course. We're talking about something more than 20 years old. Of course it was better built. Oh
now God. I have stuck in my head. I love 90s music. And the funny thing is, like the stuff that I wouldn't listen to as a kid, I rock out to now. Like I hear a song, I'm like, oh yeah. What is it? Could you something? So go ahead now.
Oh, yes.
So go ahead now. But if you
Yeah.
is that the not the Spin Doctors. Something. I heard at the grocery store. I was like, oh, I'm rocking out right now.
See,
Yeah, what's really bad is when our music is in the grocery stores.
And I turn it
took me
up
a while to get used to
if
it.
I can, and I go, kids, you're about to be cultured. Mm-hmm. Get used to it. And
my son
Emma's learned all the songs.
My son stopped asking me how come I know the words to all these songs because I have the same answer. I was like, kid, we didn't have any options. These were the songs.
Yeah.
If you didn't like it, you didn't listen to it. There was no like we didn't have alternative. This was the alternative.
Poor kids of their generation. They don't understand.
Mm-hmm. They don't. They don't understand that you had the radio and not all this other mess.
A lot more.
We didn't have streaming.
Well, also, like, I don't know. It seemed to me that songs were longer. It's like all songs are like punk songs now.
Well, they're trying to be
feel that way.
And I'm not trying to dig up any controversy or anything, but I'm just saying when Mike Jackson released a song, you know that video was going to be 12 to like 15 minutes long, full production.
Mm-hmm.
That is not what we get now.
And that was almost every artist back in the day. Even before MTV, they presented you with a full song. Mm-hmm. Even in television, and I'm not saying this because I know it ruined people's lives, but like if you look at the old school Star Trek, The Next Generation, they filmed 22 to 24 episodes a season.
Mm-hmm. And look what we're doing now.
With no breaks. With no, like, we would get the summer break, but that stuff was already filmed, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, we're now doing like 10 episodes a season.
So mad.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Like, I love Star Trek, but they're making me wait 2 years for Star Trek Discovery. I saw a commercial because I still watch all the con stuff. And I was like, oh, I forgot you guys were even on TV. Because it'd been so long since the last episode. That was
the drought is real.
I think that was almost like a summer and a half ago. It's like waiting 2 years for the next episode is ridiculous.
That is absolutely.
I forgot about that. That show should be on by now. All those other shows
it should be coming up this year then.
I need to do some investigation to see when Discovery is coming back. I just switched the credit card over, so all the sites are like, "Welcome, my friend. Do you want to buy something? Do you want to buy something?" When is Discovery coming back? I'm sorry, not Discovery. Strange New World.
Strange New World.
Okay, there we go. Strange New World. Yeah.
Yeah. So was it 2022 when you last saw it?
The last episode was 8/10/2023.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry.
I think it's so awesome that you're renovating your RV, Rita. That's like a weird dream of mine. I want to buy one of those Lowe's houses and turn it into a sewing room.
You'll need like we said 6.
Well, my real mission is to get like just a bunch of them in a circle.
Yeah.
I don't know if I like people that much. And my son has no option but to live with me, so he'll be there. I was thinking about getting a bunch of them.
Yeah.
When is my show coming back? I am so curious about that. They showed the commercial and everything, and it's like waiting 2 3. It's not saying anymore. It did say for a while. Yes, 6 Lowe's houses, sewing room. Are you kidding me? I have a Sawzall. I could cut the side of it and just glue them together.
I went to go service a long arm.
It says it's
and-
gonna premiere. It's gonna premiere in 2025
Oh, that'll be good.
on Paramount Plus.
I was just checking on Paramount and it didn't say.
Well, your Google doesn't work like my Google.
Oh, we're having Google wars now.
Oh no.
No, I went to a lady's house to go service her long arm, and her long arm, her whole craft room was in one of those oversized, like, shed places that you can get from like Home Depot or whatever, with a loft and everything else.
Oh, I want one of those. Was it nice?
Oh, it was gorgeous. Yes,
Oh,
it was so freaking gorgeous.
That's
And
what I want.
her husband had even put in a bathroom in it.
I want a 12 by
So, like-
24. Absolutely. My
Yeah,
backyard.
I want one too.
And I want to like put a bed in there so I don't have to.
I was about to say those are
I
kind of
just-
tiny. Says the guy in a
No, I
two-car
just-
garage.
But I just, fit my long arm in it on one side.
Hello. Very, very, very
think
nice
that's
to
what,
meet you.
I
Welcome to the
think
house of
that's what-
knowing.
Hi, Angel.
I almost
Hi,
changed
Angel.
my pants. I gotta show my pants off. I made pants. I did a Rockettes to a screen that's closed. I took my shoes off, but I made pants. Oh man, these fit because I'm standing and put my leg up all the way and no tear, rip, or anything. But I made pants for anyone who flashes forward. Great to meet you. Great to meet you.
The seams aren't screaming.
Chocolate stir spoons. Hot. Oh.
I have some of those. I also have some of the peppermint ones. It's so tempting. It's not fair.
I had a problem with those peppermint ones. I would just throw them in my coffee because I loved the way it tasted. Oh, yeah.
And now I think I
Welcome.
want to go. And now I think
It's
I
a
want
fun
to
time over here, and Angel, you'll love it.
Yep.
Just be crazy.
Yep.
These are
Thank you, Angel.
weird. These are like a weird plaid. They have yellow and black in them. I love tweed. I am
thought I
tweed
recognized you.
crazy. Yay! Strange question, but how do you get to the top of the pants? Oh, depending on how froggy I'm feeling, I do belt loops.
Mm.
I always go back and do belt loops. I had a ton of elastic, and I'm probably gonna find the rest of it. I don't like having elastic pants or elastic waistbands.
Mm.
It's way too much Dockers for me. I have no idea,
He's
Leon,
close.
California. How close are you to the wildfires? Very close.
He's
Very,
close.
very close.
He can smell them.
Actually, the one's in the opposite direction. It was so strange when I went to the valley and I was like, oh, there's a fire. But like in my valley, you really can't see it. But when I turn that corner, it's real and it's everywhere.
Mm.
I do belt loops. And also because I have health issues, so my weight goes up and down all the time. All the time. And it'll rapidly go up, rapidly go down. So belt loops are better. I just wonder that I can't have elastic in my pants. It bothers me with the I'm not an elastic fan at all. But I do belt loops. And so no matter what your sizes or anything, you can just put your belt around everything. That's good to know, though. Elastic would irritate something like that. Yeah, it's crazy here. But like I said in the beginning of the stream, we deal with this every year. There's always going to be fires. There's always going to be earthquakes. There's always going to be something, you know? There's a real payoff for living here. Because the weather is perpetual paradise.
Except for right now.
Well, year round it's 70 degrees. This entire December, we were all looking at each other like it was 80 something degrees, and I was like, "Is it supposed? Can it legally be 80 in December?"
Yeah.
Talking to anything. So and I've been even close to the equator where the weather's better, but I'm biased because I'm from here. I was seriously thinking about getting suspenders to hold my pants up how they always fall down when I walk. I still have my grandfather's suspenders. There's nothing wrong with suspenders. And I know they're in this room somewhere. I know I'm going to find that bow tie. There's a Calvin Klein bow tie that someone gave me, and it's in here somewhere that I don't know where it is.
We've been talking about that bow tie for months.
Months
Yes.
and months and months.
Months.
I have heard this discussion before.
And I want to see the suspenders too. I think you should wear one of those little hats and everything like that. Look like a little newspaper boy.
Absolutely.
My grandfather was a lumberjack. His suspenders are huge. He had shoulders
the
as
thick
like
ones.
Yeah, he was like my grandfather was the size of a refrigerator. I'm not kidding you. Like shoulder to shoulder, he was a big dude. So his clothes were big.
So funny.
I think it would go though still.
You really don't see people like that. Like
make
you
it
don't
harder.
like my grandfather was a walking, talking linebacker, and everybody's so fit nowadays.
Yeah, my pops was too. He was 6'4", wide, big guy. I just felt like he swallowed me when he hugged me.
My dad is kind of like that.
Yes,
His like his hands, like my hands,
Yeah.
like are like baby hands compared to his. Like
Yeah.
I mean, super big hands and tall and everything else.
I say, Grandpa, I got little hands. And he just start melting. Yes.
Even when I wear my grandfather's jackets, like they're baggy to me and they fit him like perfectly. Like they were like, they fit him well. Me, I'm like, look at this cool jacket that's down to my knees almost. That is one thing I've enjoyed about this no buy is I'm like reintroducing myself to my stuff. And I'm like, oh yeah. I'm finding all kinds of stuff that's fell on the floor.
Behind
I might
things.
bring what's that?
Mhm.
I said fell on the floor behind things.
Oh, definitely. And I'm starting to realize how much tweed I have.
Oh yeah, I love that idea.
Surprise.
Oh, I love scrappy suspenders. That's awesome. I love that idea.
Make scrappy. Oh my gosh, with your patchwork jacket you just did.
Oh.
Scrappy suspenders, scrappy bow tie.
Yes.
Do
That'll look
everything
like-
scrappy and pair it with like a white button down.
I'll look like Red Skeleton. That is literally how
Skeleton, not skeleton.
Skeleton.
Red Skeleton. You know that DC character, Red Skeleton?
Yes.
Mhm.
Oh, am I wrong? Did I get it wrong? Or is he
It's
getting it
Red
wrong?
Skull. As Red Skull as
Oh, okay. Okay. I'm lost.
I listen to a
I
lot
Google
of
people.
I tend to tune out the world because the news and everything, it gets to you after a while. And so I listen to a lot of 1950s radio. I watch a lot of like 1970s, 80s television. So I am the definition out of touch. Like the only reason I even knew about the wins was because I turned on the television and they were like, we're going to have historic wins. I was like, oh, I think I should watch this. I think I should watch this. Because I saw the map and I'm like, oh no, that's my house.
Oh,
That was your first clue.
I thought the first clue was when the Kings game got suspended or postponed today.
I think we need them. We need them. The only reason I'm like, what are you doing? Because last time we had crazy fires, I took my son to go see the band Sabathon. I was driving on the freeway, and the freeway was literally on fire on both sides.
Wow.
And I think either the Ducks or the Kings played that night too. So they played last time we had wildfire, and it was worse then than it is now.
Who was coming to play today?
Calgary.
Oh, maybe they didn't want to come down.
We play them a gajillion times a year, though, so we will see them again. We'll make it up.
Yeah.
And because we either open up the season or end the season, we're always a game ahead or behind everybody else. Because we play the specialty, we always open up or close the season. I'm not gonna admit it, but I have made tweed material that black roses on it. I look at it and think suspenders. I love that. But don't tell William. Hey, I have gone behind people's artwork. There was a tapestry that I found that was framed in my mother's house. I thought it was Egyptian artwork. When I took everything out of my grandmother's house, I found out that my grandmother purchased it in Egypt from a vendor off the street because she had quite a few of them.
Oh, wow.
Quite a few. And by today's standards, they are collector's items because she bought them in 1960s, 1970s Egypt,
Yeah.
But still, they were sold in mass to tourists. That's exactly Red Skelton's hobo. It's also my accent. I had S's and E's where it shouldn't be. I don't think
I was sitting here confused.
Do you think it's wrong? Do you think it's wrong if you go behind a tapestry and change it into something else or anything? Like, let's say I took a table runner and turned it into a jacket. Is it wrong to take one thing and turn it into another?
No.
If it was going to go into like trash or whatever, absolutely not wrong. I would rather see stuff like that. I'd rather see stuff turned into upcycled items.
Absolutely.
Versus going into a dumpster or not ever getting used.
Rita says no. What if I found a quilt at a thrift store and I turned it into a coat? Is that blasphemy?
No,
not at all. That's not blasphemy.
Hey, Katie, great to see you.
Yes. So upcycling. Yes, absolutely upcycling.
Absolutely.
I would much rather see it upcycled.
Absolutely, yeah. Especially, even the old antique quilts.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't yell at, or not yell, but just be ugly with someone because they turn it into a piece of artwork of, a shirt, jacket or something like that.
Here's how I look at it. It's going to break down eventually. But I'd rather it get used than to be not used.
Absolutely.
Like it was made to be used.
Mm-hmm.
I actually, Andrea, one of the reasons I brought up a table runner is because when I was going through all my stuff, I found this really, really gaudy table runner. And I went through this weird phase where I was turning everything into a shawl. But I don't know why I kept the thing. And I found it and I'm like, oh man, I get the weirdest thing at the Goodwill bins. So I'm going to incorporate it this year and make something out of it. But yes, I have a table runner right here, right now.
Yeah, make something out of it. If you're not going to use it as it is, make something else out of it.
Yeah, exactly.
The only time I would ever. The only time I would ever. Go ahead.
Sorry. My brand, when I first started my channel, I only upcycled. Everything I did was materials that I had because I inherited so much from my grandmother and my father. I had the beginning of the fabric store I have now. I might not use an antique quilt for a coat because the fabric might fall apart. I've thought about that too.
It can, but you can also reinforce it when you're upcycling it. The only time
lining in it.
Yeah, the only time I wouldn't like upcycle something is if it was like incredibly valuable. If I could sell it for a profit, you know, like to somebody who would use it or who would display it.
Let me see if I can find the tapestry without pulling the coat. Oh, I can because I'm organized. Because my patch. Oh man, these vinyl pants are. I'm so sorry. These tweed pants are so warm. Tweed for the win. Oh, I just flashed my sock. But this, and you know what's so funny? If anyone in my family is watching, I'm sure they're going to recoil, just completely just cringe when I pull this out. But in my
Please look away now.
in my parents' house, they had this in glass. I didn't even know this was cloth. They had this in glass. And I believe this is Tutankhamun and his wife.
Mm.
Okay. Yeah.
They're amazing, and you know, and the colors are vibrant. And this is older than me, you know.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought this was so rare. I laughed when I went in my grandma's house and found like 8 or 9 of these things. So is it wrong to put that on the back of a jacket?
No,
No.
I wouldn't think so.
My whole
The only
life I
thing
thought it
that
was-
the only thing I could see would be cultural appropriation if it's like some kind of something like that. But that would be the only thing that I would see with that.
we're from the same. We're from the same tribe. Me and those people are cut from the same cloth.
So it wouldn't be cultural appropriation then.
Cultural.
That would be like the only thing I could see anybody getting you on.
And
Would have been something like that.
I've actually been to denial. I'm not just in denial. I've actually been to denial.
Well, like I said, that would be the only thing.
Do you know, how do you feel about that? Because I have that conversation all the time. I have this weird thing because I'm from America. I feel that everything we do is cultural appropriation. So I try to have respect. Where do you
Yeah.
draw that line?
That's a tough one. Like I don't try to if I know something is related to someone else's ancestry or heritage, I don't try to make something out of it, or I don't try to make something that looks like it. Because I'd rather let them do that. Let them make something that looks like or is, nods to it. I would have to do crap tons of research to feel comfortable to do anything that might take away from somebody. So I feel like that's their revenue and I shouldn't tap into it.
You know, like in the bike riding world, we always say don't wear anything you're not willing to fight over. But there is that weird line of I don't know. I have 2 sets of thought. I'm all about freedom. So I'm like, wear what you want, braid your hair, do whatever you want because it's you living your life, you know? But there's also the other side of the coin where someone will walk up to you and be like, you're disrespecting my entire existence.
Yeah, I mean, there's gonna be some of that, but you've got to figure out where that line is for you, because like I used to, when I was a teenager, of course, again, back in the 90s, I used to put braids in my hair. My hair was about as long as it is now. But I used to put braids in my hair, but they were more, because my hair does not have any kind of major texture to it, so I couldn't do like cornrows or anything like that, and I wouldn't have. But it looked like I was trying to be Pocahontas or something. Like one of my bosses started trying to call me Pocahontas. And I was just like, no, I'm not trying to be Pocahontas. I like my hair in braids.
But you also can't control what another human being is going to say. You know,
no, it's just a matter of whether you embrace it.
People I really still to this day, it makes me laugh. People walk up to me and they're like, yo, my brother, what's up? I don't necessarily talk like that. I think that person looks kind of like a fool when they speak to me like that. But I'm always like, hey, how are you doing? I don't go out of my way to be mean to them. But people look at me and they step to me a certain way. And I'm like, bruh, I don't even talk like that. But thank you. Oh, Ollie, you haven't told a Neanderthal joke in years. I miss your Neanderthal jokes. Oh, I missed it. And Ollie and we go way back. Way, way, way back.
I had no idea.
Pre-humans. We go back pre-humans. Pre-rent. People from their hair. Absolutely.
They do, but you run into somebody who's going to take offense. They're going to take offense no matter what. It doesn't matter what you actually do or don't do.
Sad.
The only time I had someone say something to me is when I put colors on the tips of my hair. Someone asked me, Italians do not wear hair like that. I just laughed and said, this Italian does. Cultural expectations are weird as well. Because people will say, because you're this, you have to act like that. My Norwegian great aunt would put elaborate braids in my hair when I was a kid.
I would braid my stepdaughter's hair when we would be at the lake, because there was no way to keep her hair from not tangling and looking like some kind of banshee crawled out of the sewer when she got out of the water, just because her hair would get that messy. But yeah, some of the braids that I put in her hair would have been like, I could totally see somebody coming after me for it, because it's not a traditional style for her biological heritage. So, but I wasn't going to fight about it. If somebody said something to me, I'd explain the reason I did it and tell them to take it up with her dad. Throw him under the bus and let him deal with it.
A lot of it too is none of somebody else's business.
Oh yeah.
I would never walk up to somebody and try to correct them about something their child was doing.
Oh, but people do it all the time.
I dated a woman from Norway, actually, and now that I think about it, she did wear elaborate braids, like elaborate Princess Leia style braids.
I totally would wear that if I could physically put it in my hair. I would love to wear braids all the time. I love having my hair braided.
So I think it definitely is a cultural thing. That's what I try to tell people, because I wear all kinds of stuff, and and there are certain things that I wear that like people are like, what part of California are you from? I'll wear long shorts with socks pulled all the way up. And apparently that's a Southern Californian thing.
Mm-hmm.
But to me, I'm protecting my legs.
From sun?
The sun.
Says the guy who loves the sun.
What's
He's
that?
a vampire.
He's not a vampire.
He'll burn in the sunlight.
I'm actually.
It's my fantasy. We'll let it be.
I am a photosil. I need the sun. I absolutely positively need. I'm activated by the sun. Even last night when it was all weird and windy, I went outside and just kind of stood in the wind because I missed nature. I missed the wind.
I still want to get outside right now too.
It's too cold.
It's 27 and windy here, and we just got more snow, so I probably don't need to. I still want to.
Absolutely. I figure it's the way it is. I wear what I want in my clothing. If I want to wear 26 colors in my hair, I'm really weird. I think people should be able to, as far as who you are sovereign in your own world. So you should be able to wear your hair, your clothes, however you want. Recently, I saw this young man with this giant coat on. It was like this leopard furry coat, and I was like, I walked up to him. I was like, "Your coat is amazing.
Mhm.
It is amazing." You know, I had nothing but it looked like a 1970s pimp coat. All right, we have been going for 2.5 hours. I made some pants. We're
You did.
continuing on the quest of no buy here in the House of Sewing. I'm actually shocked. I think the people at the Goodwill are gonna file a missing persons report on me. They're gonna be like, "This guy used to come in here every day. Where is he? Where is he?" Ah, do either one of you have anything you'd like to promote? Anything in the
Well,
future?
Mm.
my channel, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, just our channels. Come over, hang out with us, watch a couple videos.
Everybody, please go subscribe to the Siberian Wind. And Twin over here is so blessed by Jess.
Oh, should I? Yes, that is I.
I would always switch my name on other streams, and people were like, "What's your channel name?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, oh yeah."
Oops.
But you know what? Honestly, it's been a great
It-
opening to the year. It's been a great like this year. I've been sewing my face off. I've been reintroduced to this room. I'm excited for the future. I have a ton of fabric, so nothing but magic is going to ensue. I've only gone to 2 places. I still haven't hit the couch yet to completely clean it yet.
Wow.
So I have a
We
ton
need-
of fabric.
We're gonna need pictures, William.
I have an embarrassing amount of fabric, but I will be back at it on Saturday. I hope everybody has a great week. I released a video today. Go check it out. I completely forgot about it.
Yes, you did.
I'm working hard here in the House of Sewing. I hope to get a new update to the Singer list on IceMax, the Singer 77 for attaching button shoes. Wow. That is absolutely amazing, Ollie Ball. Ollie is doing, amazing work. Oh,
Sounds like it.
The Revenge of the Cookies. Oh. Seriously though, thank you everybody. I'll be back at it on Saturday. I'm probably gonna release another video or a short. I made pants, so I'm gonna find the vest and do a jig in front of my house. I hope everybody has a great week. I'll see everybody on Saturday. And like I always say, reinforce your seams, be yourself, and I will definitely see you next time. Bye.